Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today. Yes, the news is out. It's time for us to share what we've been working on to help support you, our independent travel agent partners. Boost My Social is a brand new campaign to Jet2holidays to help take travel into the new era of social media. In the session today, we are going to introduce you to a new approach and new ways of thinking when it comes to marketing your business on social media. This training has been created with you in mind, so everything we're going to be talking about will relate to you and your business. So if we're being honest, if we take a serious look at how travel is represented on social media right now, is it as good as it could be? Are we all as good as we think we are when it comes to social media? Because I tell you what, I've learned a lot working on this project. There are a few reasons we wanted to launch this campaign, and we can guarantee you that everyone on the session today will take something away to add value to the business when it comes to social media.
So after the year we've all had, it's become apparent that social media is more important than ever to get right. These platforms are so much more than a shop window. And whilst lockdown has been on the cards, throughout the pandemic, we've all seen people and businesses be able to thrive on social media. And today, we're going to help you to understand how this can work for your business.
It's been a roller coaster and it's thrown a lot of challenges our way. But one thing we've also seen is consumer buying habits have changed. We know that over 54% of people use social media as a decision maker before they buy from you. And even just speaking to the Jet2holidays trade team, we're always talking about how we've been hooked into buying something while scrolling on social media. Isn't that right, Kat?
God, yeah, I'm definitely the worst for it. I'm always getting hooked into buying something new from social. And for me personally, I'm always looking for inspiration and checking out new businesses, especially on Instagram. So whether you're a home worker or a retail store, social media should be a priority, not a chore. It's a hugely important online marketing tool, and it should be treated the same way as any other form of marketing and be incorporated within your business goals. So today, we'll be giving you the tools you need to best use these platforms to interact with your customers and help attract new business by leveling up your social media.
So before we get into it, we want you to ask yourself a few questions.
So is social media a priority, or is it something that you do because you feel like you have to? Do you have a goal for your business? And does your goal incorporate social media? And finally, how do you think your customers view your business based only on your social media? Imagine viewing your page as a customer. What would their first impressions be? So we want you to keep these questions in mind as we go through the session today.
So let's give you a bit of background. Over the last 3 months, we have worked really closely with many different departments within Jet2.com and Jet2holidays to get a better understanding of how travel can be successful using social media. We've worked with the social media team, our creative team, advertising, and various other departments to pull everything together. So you will have the best understanding of social media and how to use it in relation to a travel agent. We've got all the advice and information direct from the experts, meaning we really do know all of the ins and outs. We've done the hard work for you. And as I'm sure you're aware, there are many social media businesses out there that can provide you with this information, but we're going to give you it all here today, completely free. So let's get started.
So the first step in any plan is to create a goal. And before you get post happy on social, you need to think about the goals you've set for your business. So whether that's a specific social media goal or a goal to increase sales, improve your customer service, sell more Jet2holidays, of course, or to gain new customers, you need a starting point. So go ahead and take a specific goal you want to achieve.
Once you have a SMART goal in place, the next step is to start thinking about how this goal can be supported. I wonder how many of you have a goal in mind right now for your business that incorporates the use of social media. Setting a goal will give you the motivation and the correct approach so that your time and energy is focused on the results you want to achieve.
So what's the point in posting willy-nilly or having a social platform that doesn't support your end goal? If your goal is to increase sales, then you need to have a plan of how you want to achieve that. So how about promoting your brand, inspiring your customers, connecting with your audience, and having a professional looking platform that stands out? That sounds like a good plan, doesn't it? So by having a goal, this will help you plan out your social media to what you want to achieve. So whether that is to increase your sales, gain new customers, improve brand awareness, and customer loyalty. There's so many ways in which social media can be involved to help you achieve your goals.
So once you have set your goal and you have an idea of how you want to get there, next up you need to use the information that you have to hand. So let's take a look at insights. Did you know you can get a really good understanding of your audience by taking a look at what stats can offer you? Hand on heart, how many of us use insights on social media and are checking in on them regularly? We would recommend that you check in on these weekly so that you can keep track on what's working and what's not. On social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram, you can view a lot of information about your page and its performance. This breaks down into page insights and audience insights.
So first up, let's look at page insights. And this will allow you to learn how people interact with your content and improve your results over time. It shows you detailed analytics for your page so you can track what works and what doesn't. In the content section of Insights, you can see the following information: the number of people reached, the reactions, the comments and shares, total video views, and if your follower used a mobile or a computer. From this information, you can also work out the best times to post. You will see which posts perform the best, so you can use that information to plan your next post. With social media, it can be trial and error to get it right, but the insights will give you the information to put you on the right track.
Audience insights helps you understand the people that like your Facebook page and follow you on Instagram. You can see the age, the gender and location of your followers, which will allow you to tailor your posts to the customers that are most interested in your business. So when you're thinking about what to post next, think about the type of product you're promoting and the target audience. For example, a holiday that's more suited to an age range of 18 to 24 may be better placed on somewhere like Instagram over Facebook. You can use your audience insights so you can target your posts more accordingly.
So from the information today, you need to rethink your target audience. Who are the people that are engaging with your page the most? Try adjusting your content to better align with the audience that naturally connects with your business and use the insights to get to know them better.
Do what works and ditch what doesn't. Look for trends in your content that perform well so you can create more posts like these, and keep an eye out for those unfollows. If you see a spike of people choosing to unfollow your page, look at the content you posted on that day. Did you share something that just didn't quite work?
And then optimize your page. You can see what actions people take on your social media page, from the interacting with your posts to clicking on your contact information. So you need to use the insights to steer your followers in the right direction you want the outcome to be. Consider your call to action button. This is the button that's always present on both your Facebook and your Instagram at the top of your page. And you need to keep an eye on this to check to see if it's working. Is that call to action that you've set the best option for your page?
Then finally, make sure you check back often. Reviewing and reflecting on your insights is not a one-time activity. This data is constantly updating, so you'll need to pay attention to it and any changes. You can also save this information or print it out if you find it easier, so that you can really keep track on trends and your performance. It's also important that you or anyone who's involved in your team really understands it. So check back often and think about the information you have and how you can continue to improve.
So the next step is to reconnect with your own brand and look at what it is that makes you stand out from the crowd. If you don't know what your brand personality is, then how are your customers going to know? To help you with this, consider asking you some questions about your business. Have you ever thought of yourself as a brand? Does your social media profile reflect your brand, including your profile picture, your banner, your bio, and past content? What makes you different to anyone else? What are your key selling points? Do they come across? As Jet2holidays, we constantly talk about and promote our key selling points. Do you do the same? Are you well known in the community? Are you personable in the way that you interact with your customers? Do you reply to comments on your post? Do you sign your name so people know who the person is behind the screen? How does your social media presence compare to other businesses in your area? Do you promote partnership with favoured brands? With all this in mind, what do you think your new and existing customers think of your business when they view you on social media? And is that how you want it to be perceived? Social media is turning out to be one of the most powerful tools to market your brand and stand out from the crowd. And when branding is done correctly, it can and it will help you connect to your target market and increase your sales. It's not your customer's job to remember you. It's your job and your responsibility to make sure they don't have the chance to forget you. Let's take Boots as an example. They're a well-known company that are a high street retail store, but they also work with other large brands and they use that to their advantage. Customers could quite easily go ahead and buy the products that they promote direct, but Boots show their benefits of why people should buy from Boots. They incorporate images with their brand logos to show the partnership. They also follow their own brand guidelines and always have their logo present. It's important that you do the same. You want people to want to buy from you, and your social media platform needs to give people the reason to book with you. It's there to help you grow awareness of your brand and showcase what you offer.
A successful brand identity will distinguish and give recognition to your brand, as well as creating an attraction factor for existing and potential new customers. Take a look at your logo. What does your logo say about your business? At Jet2holidays, we often do market research into our own brand logos to see from a customer's point of view what they think and how the logos are represented. Your logo says a lot about your brand and in most cases is a customer's first impression of your business, so it's important that you get it right. That's why we are really precious about how our logo is used and represented. We strive for a consistent tone of voice across our brand portfolio. When we talk about our tone of voice, we mean how our personality of our famously friendly brand comes across. So as you can see on screen, these logos and the way they've been manipulated is just not acceptable. It completely takes away from all the hard work that goes into our branding. Can you imagine if you'd put so much time and effort into your own branding and then it was used in a completely different way? Hopefully, no one from our marketing team is on this call, Kat, otherwise they'd be freaking out. So anything and everything that you see that we share on social media or add to the Jet2holidays media library is created by our creative services team with our brand voice in mind, following those guidelines of our brand. So when it comes to sharing our partnership, please think about this. And if you need any guidance, just get in touch with your local sales executive. So next up, we're going to chat about preparation. Do you really plan your social media? Well, if you don't, then now's the time to start. So at this stage, you have your goal and focus in mind, you've got a handle on your insights and know your audience, and you're confident about your brand and the way it looks. Once this is all in place, planning your social media really couldn't be easier. Planning will help you decide on everything your posts need to be, from visuals to words and what days and times that the post needs to go. As we said earlier, social media needs to be a priority. So copying and pasting deals when you see them, working late at night trying to find an offer that may or may not work, and not being organised in the way that you think about what you want to post is not making social media a priority. We know it might sound like extra work and a big commitment at first, but trust us, planning your social media will make your lives much easier. So that's why we've made
your very own Jet2holidays social media planner, which from today you'll be able to download and print off your own copy from the Jet2holidays trade website. This will allow you to set your goals for the week ahead of what you want to achieve and then pop in your posts for each day and time. You can easily then build a picture of what you want your social media to look like and tailor this to your audience and really think about the outcome you want from each post. And also, as a little tip, not every day needs to be filled. And trust us, there's a reason that there's not enough room for 17 offers in those boxes. Scheduling a post is a really easy way to plan your social media. If you don't know how to do this, we'll show you a little bit later on.
So what are the benefits of planning? If we haven't told you enough already, let's have a look at some of the key benefits. So first up, consistency. This is key to ensuring your audience recognise your brand, which allows you to grow engagement and reach. They say the more social you are, the more airtime you get, as long as you're not spamming, and believe us, there's a very thin line. You'll never miss out. By planning ahead, it allows you to plan for key dates that are relevant to your brand and will help drive engagement. And it also ensures that you will stay current and relatable. Time management. This is a big one. Planning helps you manage your social media more effectively, but also organises your time, meaning social media will become a priority and not a task. Then quality over quantity. Having a vision for your page means that your posts are being supported by your end goal. Professionalism. All large brands plan their social media. It's crucial to establishing a loyal and engaging following. Reaching your goals. Ultimately, planning ahead will help you achieve and stay focused to not only improve your social media, but gain more sales. So I think we've given you enough reason as to why you shouldn't just wing it, right?
Absolutely. So now let's start looking into the content you put on your social media. We know that consumers crave quality content on their feeds, but what does a good post actually look like? If you compare other industries and brands that sell large products that are large purchases, they inspire their customers to connect with them. The hard sell just doesn't work. So filling your pages with deals, deals, and more deals isn't going to inspire anybody. It also has no representation of your brand. If you take a look at some of these brands on the screen now, you can see that they don't do that and they don't go on about the savings and the costs of the products. The content they post and the text to go with it is inspiring, making the customer want to know more, and they're selling in the benefits of the product. And being in travel, we couldn't have an easier product to work with for social media.
Travel is something that creates memories and leaves people inspired. You need to tap into those emotions to sell the product. Think about when you're selling a holiday to a customer over the phone or face to face. You take them on a journey and paint the picture for them. You don't give them all the details and the price before you've sold in the holiday.
When you're creating a post, think about posts that capture attention. They need to be recent, relatable, or memorable, and make sure they're straight to the point and simple. You need to think about your visual component. The image and video you use has to represent what you're saying. There's no point in putting up a holiday that costs £2,500 if the image you're using doesn't represent that. The brain processes images much quicker than text, and it's the first thing they'll look at, so you've got to get it right. And make sure you always have a call to action, whether it's to like, share, or comment on the post, or even to message or to call you. You need to make it clear to what your audience reaction needs to be. Facebook and Instagram are different, which we'll talk you through soon, but neither of them like heavy worded posts.
Your posts create the feel for your page. That's why it's really important that your page has a personality to match your brand. Having just deals isn't going to show that. Your audience want to see the people behind the screen. the people that can help create new memories and give them the holiday they deserve. So include things like meet the team, topical days such as Valentine's Day, show that you're working at home for now, and when you're back in the shops, you can do the same. But most importantly, get your brand personality across. People buy from people. Tell your customers about your own holidays with blogs and real pictures. Or why not get your customers involved in that too? Or how about teaching your audience something they didn't already know? You could share news that's new and exciting, such as awards or new destinations and milestones. You could even do a post to tell them a little bit more about your business. There really is just so much that you can include in your content. By offering a variety of posts across your platforms, it's easy to make your page recent, personable, and relatable. Social media favors user-generated content because it's real. So be sure to plan in a mixture of content and not just deal after deal after deal. We're not saying you can't post deals, but there are more ways to make it more beneficial for your platforms. The more words you have, the less likely it will show in a news feed. And why would you want to overload your customers with information? What reason would that give them to interact with you if they already have everything that they need to know? Now, of course, we're not saying don't post holiday quotes. We understand that posting holidays with the price and the details can work for certain demographics. But one thing to think about, for all the time and effort that goes into finding that perfect price, destination, duration, date, and hotel, how often does a customer get in touch and say, yes, I'll book exactly that holiday? Or do you get things like, can I have this deal on a different date? Or how much would it be for 5 adults instead? Or is it possible to get the same deal for 3 nights?
So all that work trying to get the perfect deal, and although it has inspired people to connect with you, it could have been a lot simpler to post a destination or a hotel with a from price. Remember, your Facebook page can't be treated the same way as your shop window. This will attract people in without spending so much time looking for all the details and typing it all up. So when the customer gets in touch, you can then tailor the holiday to suit them. Plus, it gives them a reason to connect with you, and that's your time to shine and show them you're a travel expert. So when you're thinking about your posts and planning them out, it's really important to think about how that's going to translate to your customer. And research shows that different demographics are going to respond to different words. At Jet2holidays, we've recently done some extensive research in how words can be perceived by generations and how they are completely different. For example, and this is one we've all used, young and lively are words that demographic of around age 40 plus would use to associate with a party holiday. However, if you take the target demographic of age 18 to 24, then they would tend to use words like fun, nightlife, and friends to associate that kind of holiday. By understanding the demographic you're trying to reach, it can help you with the kind of wording you should be using to relate to the kind of audience. We can help you with this and go into further details if you need us to. And also some other things to think about. What do customers think when they see certain words? We often see the word deal used on your posts. But why do we use deal when we're selling a holiday? The word deal to a customer means a promotion, a discount, an offer. So think about your terminology. If you're needing to, increase your sales to Tenerife, why would you put Tenerife deal when you could inspire the customer with gorgeous getaway to Tenerife?
Moving on to advertising on social media. Marketing helps you to connect with potential customers to build brand awareness, increase sales, and drive them to contact you. Social media delivers your adverts to the most relevant audience. It's easy to miss out on opportunities to reach new audiences if your adverts don't cut through the clutter. So be prepared to learn by experimenting to understand your audience better.
The key to advertising is to identify your target audience. Otherwise, you're practically inviting people to scroll right past your adverts. Each advert should be unique and should look to inspire and teach people about your brand to build awareness. Whether you're on Facebook or Instagram, you can apply money to a post in order to boost it to an audience of your choosing. You can customize the audience you want to target by selecting from the age, the gender, location, and other demographics, which include things like education, employment, lifestyle, and interests. You can even reach people based on their purchase behaviors or the type of device they're using to search on social. Boosting a post will help your page generate page likes, comments, shares, and overall brand awareness. And we're sure you've all heard the term boosting a post, but did you realise that you could do all that?
It's important to understand the different types of adverts and targeting options before jumping in. This will help you get the best results. Think about the end goal. What outcome do you want from the advert? And what audience are you targeting? When you look to create an advert, you will be presented with a variety of options to choose from boosting a post on Facebook or Instagram, to get more website visitors, more video views, more messages, promote your page, or get more leads. You can create a range of different adverts to be shown in different formats, whether that's on news feeds or in your stories as a mixture of videos or still images. So you make sure you really look into this in more detail before applying money and knowing all of the options available, as you might find that the type of advert you choose will support your end goals better than others.
And it's so important that you review your adverts and you need to measure your success. Social media platforms will show you how your advert has performed, but you need to ask yourself a few questions to see how it's performed in relation to what you wanted to achieve. Did you get more followers, likes and shares? Have sales and inquiries increased? Did you see an increase in customer contact through the promoted call to action? You should be reviewing your content all the time, and if it's a good bit of content, then you can always boost it again at a later stage.
Before we look further into social media platforms, here are a few key things you need to continue to review on a regular basis. To get your platform looking perfect, first you need to check out your bio. As you can see on screen, this is the section all about your brand. Your social media bios are your audience's first impression of your brand. If anything seems off, it's possible you could be driving away potential customers. Your bios will differ from Facebook to Instagram. On Facebook, you should include a bit about who you are, what you offer, your brand's personality, and how someone can get in touch with you. With Instagram, you should tailor your bios to shout about the purpose of your Instagram account, i.e., inspiring you for your next getaway, along with including your contact information, such as a website if you have one. Next up, think about your profile picture. Your profile picture should represent your brand. Think carefully about the image you choose for this one, as this is what people see every time you post. So why not make it clear and use your logo? Lastly, look at your handles. Check to make sure your handle on Facebook has been created and is relevant to your business. Then do the same with Instagram, making sure the handle has been set up right, as this is how people can connect with you and tag and share your business on the platforms. A good social media page will have the brand's logo present as the profile picture, as it's what represents the business. As you can see here at Jet2.com and Jet2holidays, we have our logo present and we have a clear professional image as our Facebook banner. Here's an example of what not to do. Can you imagine logging onto Facebook and seeing a completely irrelevant image as our profile picture? I mean, it makes us think of holidays, but it doesn't represent who we are. And can you imagine the conversations that would be happening in the social media team if the image on the banner was blurry? It's the first thing people see on your page, so it needs to be right.
And next up, we wanted to give you the best way to manage your platforms, and that is with the Business Suite. This is a single place across mobile and desktop for you to access the tools you need to thrive on both Facebook and Instagram. And remember, they're owned by the same company. You can link Facebook and Instagram together to manage your platforms in one place. Currently, Business Suite includes tools such as posting, messaging, insights, and advertising, making it easier for you to manage a business across the platforms. To access Business Suite, log into the Facebook account associated with your business. You can also download the app to manage it from your phone. So we want to break the myth of you thinking that you have to manage your Instagram account from a phone. You can do it all in one place from your desktop if needed. But talking about myths.
So let's move on to some myth busting. We know there are a lot of old wives' tales out there when it comes to social media. So we thought we could get to the truth and show you some real facts and tips so you can move forward with your social media platforms and not get hung up on the wrong information. So first up, you'll have an amazing social media engagement if you ask all your friends and family to like every post. To get social media feeds to favour your content, you need a variety of people interacting with your page, both to grow your reach and to show up in users' news feeds. It also won't give you a clear insight on who is actually interacting with your page. Next up, the more photos you use, the more reach you will get. One still image can cause the same impact and reaction as multiple images, providing you use the right one. Like we said, consumers crave quality content. Then last up, my customers just aren't on social media. Well, from doing this project, we have found out that there are over 3.7 billion people worldwide active on social media. The odds are at least one platform will have an audience that will align with your brand.
But now on to some facts. And throughout working on this project, we've loved some of the facts we've been able to find out. So first up, 83% of people use Instagram to discover new products. I know I'm definitely in that percentage. And the optimum number of characters on a post on Facebook is 80. And for Instagram, it's 150. And posts with this amount or less will help increase your engagement. So when we said less is more and get rid of them heavy worded posts, we really meant it. And you might be thinking, why is it more for Instagram? Well, it's down to the use of hashtags. And lastly, one of my favorite facts is that blue and turquoise are the two most reactive colors to use on your platforms. And as we work in travel with blue skies and turquoise waters, it's definitely not hard to come by.
Every platform has its own demographic that it appeals to, and knowing which platforms are right for your business is important. We find the most effective are Instagram and Facebook. If you have Twitter, Snapchat, or TikTok, then speak to your sales executive about how they can be of benefit to your business. We're now going to look into Facebook and Instagram in a little bit more detail.
So starting with Facebook. How should you be using Facebook to your best advantage? For years, travel agents have used Facebook as a platform to post deals. However, as we all know, Facebook algorithms have changed a lot over time, but we haven't adapted to its changes. It can still be a mystery, even for the experts, but the algorithm is built to predict which posts will be the most valuable and meaningful to an individual. So instead of showing every available Facebook post in order, the algorithm looks at every post, it scores it, and then it arranges it in order of interest. And this happens every time a user refreshes their newsfeed. So as I'm sure you can imagine, there are a lot of pages that people follow. So it's really important that your content cuts through that clutter. And generally, that is why posts of deals don't filter through as often as you like. So when it comes to trying to gain more reach, the algorithm will reward you for posting content that people can and want to engage with. So now let's take a look at what types of posts you can do with Facebook. Starting with a simple photo post, generally speaking, photo posts seek much higher engagement than text-based posts. An eye-catching photo, either interactive or inspiring, is a great way to catch the attention of a potential customer scrolling through their newsfeed. And remember the fact that I said earlier, 80 characters is more than enough text. Then we have a video post, and video posts see even higher engagement rates than photos. Whether it's short and sweet, or an inspiring longer video, either can be incredibly gripping. So you need to make sure that you're using a variation of both videos and images. Then we have Facebook Live. And Facebook Live videos are a live stream broadcast right onto your Facebook page. Live video is an intimate, authentic way to connect with your followers. And these broadcasts can be used for Q&As, behind the scenes tours of you guys working, or even a blog of your own holiday. Be creative with this. It's all about personable content. If you don't fancy going completely live, then why not try a premiere? It still has all the benefits of a live video where you can get the interaction and chat to your customers live, but it's all pre-recorded. Then we have stories, and Facebook stories are a photo or a short video in the vertical format, but they disappear after 24 hours. Photos will generally appear for 5 seconds, and videos can be up to 20 seconds long. And Facebook stories live at the top of the newsfeed, which means they're completely immune to that Facebook algorithm. And that's why more than 500 million people view Facebook stories every day. So if you're not using Facebook stories already, then we'd really encourage you to do so. And then we have a pinned post. And a pinned post is really simple. It's any regular Facebook post that stays at the top of your page. This ensures it's one of the first things that people see when they visit your page. So anything you want to be shouting about, make sure you pin it. But to make sure that you absolutely review these pinned posts, because you don't want anything expired to be the first thing that someone sees. And lastly, we wanted to show you how to schedule a post using the business suite, with it all being from the Facebook platform. Some of you may already know how to do this, but we wanted to cover this as it's a really important part to planning your social media. So once you're set up to use Business Suite, it will prompt you in a few ways to access it. And that's either by the panel here on the left, here, or here. So simply to create a post and schedule it in Business Suite, click on that. And it will take you through straight away to a new post. So then all you need to do is, whether you want it to go on Facebook or Instagram, choose your platform, and then pop in your text, add your photo, or video, whatever you're wanting to make your post as. And like I say, you can customize it, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, but you can also then see a preview of your post here. So this is a really good tool as well to get you out of the mindset of thinking that you have to do your posts from a phone to see what they look like on a phone, because you don't. Now, as you can see, you can do it from a desktop newsfeed or a mobile newsfeed. So it's really, really handy, and you can see what it's going to look like from that point of view as well. And then simply click this arrow here, schedule post, pop in the date and time that you want it to go out. So it's nice and easy. And then click save and schedule post, and that's done for you. So as you can see, it's a really simple tool, but it's something that's so critical for your social media. So remember, Facebook is about building your brand, inspiring and interacting with your followers. It's a great way to increase customer loyalty and showcase your customer service. You must be relatable and personable, and make sure you have a variation of content.
Moving on over to Instagram, it's all about the visuals. So it's important to have a recognizable visual identity. On Instagram, you can easily tailor your grid and profile to embrace your brand and colour themes. As you can see on screen, this brand has used Instagram to their advantage to really showcase their brand identity. Once you decide on a theme, it will be easier to start to plan ahead with your content. So simply by just having a consistent colour theme, your customer will find it easy to spot you as they scroll through their Instagram feed, as they will recognise your posts instantly. Because as we've said, images are processed quicker than text. If your posts always look completely different and don't represent you and your brand, you'll fade into the background. So what do people really want to see on their Instagram? Well, it's pretty simple. They want to be inspired. To make Instagram work for your business, you've simply got to have great photos. You've got to use clear and correct sized images. You need to think before you post, does that make you go wow? And if it doesn't, then something's wrong. And a little tip, as you can see on screen, why not tag your location if it's a hotel or a destination, because then you'll appear in more Instagram searches. There's more than 400 million people that use Instagram stories every day, and 39% of people surveyed said they'd become more interested in a product or a brand after seeing it on stories. Using stories is a great way to inspire and keep interactive with your audience. You can engage with your customers in so many ways using stories, using things like quizzes, polls, question and answers, and you can even add stickers to catch attention. And this can really help you show your brand's personality. As we know, stories don't last forever. They last for 24 hours, but that's why we have highlights. So you can save your stories to your highlights and create categories, which you can see we have highlighted on screen. This way, customers can view your past content and explore more about your business. But remember to view these often because you don't want any expired promotions or old content still to be available. Instagram is a visual platform, but that doesn't mean that you can neglect your captions. Captions allow you to tell the story and makes the post meaningful and can make your followers think, laugh, and feel a connection with you. The caption should be small and easy to read, as the visuals will do most of the talking. And don't forget, Instagram is a great place for hashtags. Lastly, don't forget about Instagram Reels. You can easily create a 15-second multi-clip video with audio and different effects. It's a little bit like the content that you see that comes from TikTok. You can share Reels with your followers and can be discovered by a huge, diverse Instagram community on Explore. Instagram is all about building your brand and inspiring your followers. Move away from heavy-worded posts and deals and appeal to what people want from Instagram. Your audience insights are key to understanding if you are targeting the right demographic, using the right content and language on your posts. Instagram really needs no more than one post per day. It's a great platform that can be very powerful for business. And with an industry like travel, it fits perfectly with that visual concept. So we understand all of this might feel like a lot of information and a drastic change, but we are sure that it'll have a great impact for your business. Our team have undergone comprehensive social media training over the last few weeks. So don't just try and wing it. Work with us. We're here to help you. Connect with your Jet2holidays sales executive to find out how we can help you improve your business using social media. We can talk you through the market trends so you know what's hot right now, so you can implement that onto your social media platforms.
And we have our Jet2holidays media library with a totally new look and feel. And here you can find all the social media content to show our brand partnership, from destination inspiration to content to increase interaction, plus so much more. We have content perfect for stories and for your news feeds in order to grow your business. And plus, each week, new content will be added. So sign up to the trade emails so you don't miss out.
Yes, you've heard that right. We have new content coming to you each and every week. We have also completely stepped back and evaluated what we currently produce. So going forward, the content will be more interactive and more inspiring. So you can really showcase your brand partnership and level up your social media.
And going live today, we're also having a dedicated Boost My Social page on our Jet2holidays trade website. On the homepage, you'll see a button to click on Boost My Social, and it will take you through where you can find the media library, the Jet2holidays social media planner, plus our brand new social media pack.
Absolutely. This pack has been made with you in mind. It's completely free and it has everything in that we have covered in today's session, so you can easily start to level up your social media and put into practice what you have learned. This Bible on social media contains all of the tips you need to make sure that you stay on track. So check it out, save it, print it, do whatever works for you with it, but make sure you keep it close by so you always have the expert knowledge to hand. You can download the social media pack online from the dedicated landing page for Boost My Social. So that brings us to the end of today's session. If you do have any questions around social media, please get in touch with your local sales executive and we can fill you in on everything we've learned during this project. And also don't forget to go and check out Boost My Social on the Jet2holidays trade site because you might find the answer you're looking for there.
And don't forget to follow us on our social media channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.